Doing my walk again. Staying So hey, whoever comes on, catches this in the replay. Like I said, I'm trying to remain consistent. The weather's not too bad either. It's 62, I think, right now. I think it said 62. So I'm just trying to stay consistent with that. So if you all want to walk with me, walk and talk with me, come on in the live, walk and talk with me. But yesterday, I know I was talking about what I'm doing for the new year with my finances and working on me. Today, I'm just walking and talking, whatever the conversation leads to. But I will say that I am more determined, more intentional with my focus going forward. Like I've been focused this past year, and I've been, like I said, working on things, staying consistent. I've been being purposeful. I've been purposeful, if that's even a word. But and I'm gonna continue on with that, with everything that I do, whether it's personally, professionally, like Kenitra, personally, professionally, or relationally. I'm gonna stay focused with all of that. But yeah, I'm just being intentional with what I do, how I move, who I let in my circle, if I even have a circle, right? Hey, whoever's watching. But yeah, I'm just being more determined, more intentional with me, what I do, where I go, who I'm with, all the things. I'm just walking in my purpose. And wherever God leads me with that. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm walking in my purpose, Like that girl made a song on TikTok. I can't think of her name right now. Well, I saw it on TikTok, but walking in my purpose. But I'm walking in my purpose. Hey, Stephanie, how you doing, sis? Happy New Year to you. Oh, no sound, and I'm on my phone. Hold on. Lord. What about now? Can you hear me now? Because I'm on my phone. It must be the connection or something. Let me know if you can hear me now, Stephanie. Because if not, I'm going to restart this. There's 7 people on here, so y'all not going to tell me that y'all can't hear me. Let me know. Because I'm not at home to check on my other device. I'm out walking. So let me know that y'all can hear me. Y'all 7 people. It might just be Stephanie's. Okay, so you can hear me, Maddie? Because it might just be Stephanie. Let me know that you can hear me, Maddie. Let me know that y'all can hear me. Okay, there is sound. Thank you, Maddie. Thank you. So Stephanie, yeah, restart your device if you can hear me, sis. Restart Stephanie. Well, she can see your message too, just like I am. Oh, okay. I was making sure because you know how this stuff does. I was like, no. I was like, no, it can't be. Not again. And I'm on my phone this time, so I'm like, now the microphone on my phone got to be working. But at least you were checking though, so you let me know. So that's still important. That's still good. I appreciate you, girl. It was you on mute. Okay. Okay. But I was like, yeah. I started this walk yesterday because the weather wasn't too bad. So I was like, you know what? I need to do it anyway. I got to keep doing it. I'm not going to sit there and write in stone or on here saying that I'm going to do it every day for 20 minutes a day, whatever. But I am going to make it my business to get up here and walk several times a week. If I work 3 days a week, 5 days a week, 6, 7 days a week, then, so be it. Either way, it's still a win, still an accomplishment. And hold on, let me see what you put on there. Stephanie, I'm trying to read your comment. Oh, the yellow hearts and hands. Okay, it's just not showing right. It just says yellow hearts and red hands or whatever, something like that. But thank you, thank you, thank you. And yeah, let me, yeah, you see how it's showing on there, so I will hide that because, yeah, I don't know what this thing's doing. But, you say you watched it later. Okay, yeah, I saw when you commented on it. But yeah, I said I'm going to stick with it, get out here and get moving because I'm at home most of the time. Like I said, I don't work a regular job. I DoorDash sometimes, but most of the time, I'm seeing about my mom. Like right now, she in there in the kitchen right now. Um, I'm not really tracking the miles per se, but I'm tracking the minutes, the time, because I'll try to remember next time to check one of those apps. And I know I got something on my phone with iPhone. It might be tracking it automatically. I know there was something on my phone that used to be on there. So when I get off of here, I'll check it and I'll post it in the comments or make a post or something about it. Remind me, because this perimenopause brain, I done forgot all about it. But that's another reason to stay active and get out here. But I am walking a good 20 some minutes. I think yesterday I walked like 20, 25 minutes. And that's what I actually told my daughter I was going to do just now, because she called me like right before I logged on here. And I told her, she was like, she was getting ready to come over. So I told her, and she was like, it's going to take her probably about 20 or 30 minutes anyway. I said, that's perfect, because I was just walked out the door, getting ready to do my walk. And I said, so I should be finished by the time you get here. So it all worked out perfect. Yep, it worked out perfect. I wonder, should I go to the track or should I just stay around the neighborhood? Literally, there's a walk, the big baseball field is literally like right down the street from me. Because if y'all see, if it's taking me about 6 minutes to get down here where I'm at, I might do the part of the track today. Let me see. Since I'm already down here, let me see. Because like I said yesterday, I just did part of the neighborhood. Our neighborhood is pretty big. So many twists and turns that you can go on. There's people driving and stuff. Now I want to go this way. Let me see. If I go that way, it's not going to be a quite 20 minutes. I might walk part of the track. Even if I don't walk the whole track, I'm going to go down here and see. But yeah, because I was saying, I'm not, what's the word? I'm being more intentional, but I'm not putting myself in a box. That's what I say. I'm not putting myself in a box and saying, okay, I have to walk X amount of miles or X amount of, days or whatever per se. Like I am trying to walk at least 20 minutes or so. 'Cause I know that's what I walked yesterday, so I'm just really basing it off what I did yesterday. But who knows? I may do 30 minutes, when time permits. Oh, Comfort, he's doing fine. I got some more videos to post of him too. I gotta get him another leash, and I need to get him a harness, a strong harness, because shoot, my back ain't like it used to be. Or I maybe need to build up my stamina with more walking. But I was like, But really though, I had a retractable leash, and I know I could go out and buy another one. But I just ain't found that one, and I'm like, where is the leash? So I don't know. I do know, not know. And then right now too, I can't walk both of them right now. I'm pet sitting for my daughter with Roxy. And so I can't walk both of them. For one, for several reasons, I can't walk both of them together. For one, Comfort, he's not fixed, so he can't control himself. And he's bigger too, so than her. Well, kind of, sort of. But, and then, so I definitely can't walk them together for that reason alone. And then, two, I mean, like I said, they both big, strong dogs. Mm-mm. But heard something in them bushes. All right, now. Let's see which way I'm gonna walk. I might walk up this way and then come back. Cause I'm not walking all the way out to the, no, I'm gonna go this way. Cause I'm not walking all the way out to the road. No way, right? Exactly. I can't be walking all of them. Mm-mm. No, 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 no. Mama ain't doing all that. Uh-uh. No, sir. But yeah, so I was like, yeah, I was just talking to my mom in the kitchen. Like I said, my mom loves to cook. And once her health went down, and it's her back really, her hip area, whatever. But once all that happened, after some other things happened, with grief and loss and everything, and then her back and stuff got worse. But so she loved to be in the kitchen, so she can't do all that no more. So she tries every now and then to get up in there, and she'll stop at the dining room first, and she might sit at the table and say, "Well, Deborah, bring me, this." Like right now, she in there with the greens. She getting ready to cut up her collard greens, and so I let her do that. I don't. Whenever she tries to do stuff, I don't try to stop her because she needs that. So she's doing that now. So I was like, and I'd already had put the ham hocks in the crock pot for her because she was just gonna let them cook there and cook slow. So we did that, and I was like, you know what? I had already said a couple hours ago. I had checked the weather really because it was in the 40s earlier, and I was like, I want to get my walk in today. I said, but I'm gonna see, when the weather gonna change. So it said it was gonna change around about 2 or 3, and it don't warm up a little bit. It's in the high 60s, so I think maybe 62 or something around there. But I was like, you know what? Get out there and get my walk on right quick. That's what I'm doing today. I might end up walking 30 minutes because I'm a little farther from the house. Not too far, but a little further. So I'm probably not gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna walk this whole track. But I could walk this. I'll show y'all where I'm talking, where I'm pointing. You love these ham hocks too, yeah. You like to use good old Southern food. Let me see if I can show y'all. See it? See, kind of. Can you see like way? Like this is the track I'm on right here. Like kind of like way out there. If I walk all the way around there and come back right here, then I can come right back here, and then head trying to point that way. Let me use the other hand. Yeah, no, the camera's backwards. I'm trying to point, yeah, towards the fence and walk that way home. Yeah, my directions is all off. But yeah, I don't know. But I had it on dual or whatever on the camera. I don't know, back dual wide camera, whatever. So we're gonna put it back on the front. But yeah, there we go. But yeah, girl. So I had put those in the crock pot for her a little while ago, and we'll probably 30 40 minutes ago, somewhere around there, and with some water. So and now she get ready. Like I said, now she getting the greens ready. That's a good, yeah. The walk, you mean? Yeah, it is. It's good. This is our like I said, I live near the like sports complex field, where you want to call it, where they do all the the soccer and little leagues and all that stuff. Yeah, so I was like, you know what? Let me get on out here. I used to bring Comfort out here and walk him because I got to get him another harness and get that to him. I mean, so he can I can bring him out here. Yeah, yeah, it is a good piece to walk. Yeah, I'm trying to show some of the comments, but yeah. So get this walk on. Yeah, it's probably gonna turn more into 30 minutes. But my daughter'll be all right. She probably won't hit to about the end anyway. Honestly, folks will be like, "Oh, I'll be there to such and such, such," and nah, they ain't. But she do gotta go to work, so and she ain't gonna work too. She ain't gonna take too long. But yeah, I might pick up my pace a little bit too. Yeah, anyway, you burn more calories and then you walking with her dog, and she's on her bicycle, go a little slow. And see, Comfort ain't gonna be doing all slow like that. He gonna be, trying to run on, and then there's some people in front of me. Um, see, people over here got a dog over here, outside of the gate, barking. Yep. So, but okay. But yeah, and they walking up here with some little dogs like Chloe. Yeah. But speaking of little dogs, yeah, I think I did. Yeah, go on, check out Comfort's channel, Stephanie, whoever, everybody else. But yeah, on Comfort's World. But I had, if you can, Stephanie, you can share his channel in the comments for me if you can. If not, it's fine. But Comfort's World, um, and that's my dog. You guys, for you that don't know, but anyway, I there's a little dog that lives next door to us, and I every time you go out the door, he's always So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a video of him barking all the time, which I think I've probably done some of them before. But anyway, I recorded him. I made a little comment, but there's some little dogs in front of me now too. There's some little dogs. But yeah, so yeah. Okay, you say it's amazing how the weather is so different every. It is. And then like just the other day, it was freezing. I mean, it's cool now, but it was like it was in the what the 20s. Yeah, I think all Christmas week or whatever, it was like in the 20s. Getting up in the morning, and I'm like, Lord, I know Christmas is in winter time and everything, but I was like, goodness, Jesus, like yeah, like so yeah, the weather is different everywhere you go. Cause you guys got all that snow. Well, we rarely get snow here. When we do, everybody's like, oh, I think matter of fact, last year when Florida got snow and everything last year, we got a little bit too, but we didn't get as much as they did. But we did get some. Matter of fact, 'cause I think I got some old videos of that too from last year. But yeah, because everybody was like, you could should have seen all those content creators in Florida out there dancing and all kind of stuff. I guess maybe it wasn't really that cold. I don't know. But I was like, oh my goodness, they was cashing in on it. Like for real. They were like, yeah, we gonna get paid off of this. And they did. They did what they had to do. But here I am. But yeah, they did what they had to do. But yeah, so yeah, this gonna turn more into closer to 30. It's at 17 minutes already, but I'm gonna stop watching it. Cause either way I got to walk all the way around. I'm not gonna turn around. So either way I gotta make it back home, right? But yeah, so I'm just like I said, being more intentional with things that I'm working on to better myself, my mental health, because this is good for my mental health too, because I'm home all the time. And I told my mom, like, look, I gotta get out of the house. But then it's like I'm, in a sense, limited a little bit, or maybe I may even be limiting myself, because I have to set my schedules, I have to set boundaries, and just, like I said, with scheduling, I have to schedule things. I just gotta get used to that, scheduling things. It's easy when you're on somebody else's clock, when you're on an employer's clock. Okay, okay, this is my schedule, 9 to 5, 11 to 8, or whatever. But when you're not, you still got to give yourself some kind of structure. And my whole thing, especially after my divorce, I was like, no, I ain't gonna say no structure, but I was like, I'm not on nobody else's time. Like I worked regular jobs after my divorce, but I had always been working from home off and on through the years, like last 20, yeah, probably the last 20 some years off and on, I worked from home. So I'm used to that part. Just always depending on what kind of computer you had. And so, but some of them would be, a few of them I've had where I was an employee, so they set the schedule. But then for the majority, I chose the ones that were independent, where you do pick a schedule, but you can choose your schedule. You set your hours, from, thanks, Stephanie. You set your hours for which one you wanted to, the hours that you want to work. And you have to abide by those. Now, you set those hours and you go to calling in and whatever and stuff like that, then that counts against you. So you still have to be responsible. You say you watched, you watched me and Dee Dee walking, and all I can do is get on the tread. Hey, at least if you getting on the treadmill, that's still walking. You still walking, Stephanie. Hey, Michelle, I'm at Citizens Park right now. Yeah, I know you in the Aiken area. Yeah, I'm at Citizens Park. But I started out in my neighborhood, and I was like, you know what? I'm this close to the park. Let me go ahead and head down here and walk. So, but yeah, and so but yeah, I did it yesterday too, Michelle. I did a 20-minute walk, and I did that around my neighborhood. And so I was like, you know what? I ain't far from the park. Let me walk on down there and get mine. It's gonna be more than 20 minutes here because it's already at 20 minutes now. So it's gonna turn into a 30-minute mark. And I gotta hurry and get back, pick up my pace a little bit because my daughter's supposed to be here by now, but I don't think, yeah, because even if she do call, then I just hop off because she just want to borrow a pair of pants for work. But yeah, nothing serious. But yeah, so like I said, I'm just get my walk on, getting out of the house. 'Cause like I said, all those times I have been working from home and stuff. Even since I've been back here the past few years, I brought my work at home job with me because I was doing that and the security at the Shriners Hospital before I moved back home a few years ago. And so I kept working from home for a while, and then I had to get out that house. I had to get out the house, so I started back driving Lyft. And I'll be honest, Lyft is one of my favorites. If I had a better running car, I probably do it now. Or if I live closer to the cities where you can do the rental. But in our area, you have to go to Atlanta, Michelle, to pick them up. And I was like, that's still a couple hour drive, from us. So I'm like, nah, that wouldn't be worth my while having to drop the car, pick the car up, drive up there to pick the car up, and then drive back home, all that. Yeah, it's just too much. So I was like, nah. So when my transmission went out on me, that was all I could do, But I do miss that though. I would be on the road, Augusta. I was in Atlanta, sometimes to the airport, Charlotte, Savannah. Girl, Lyft had me everywhere. I miss it too though. But it is what it is. God had other plans. So here I am. Here I am. Hey, Aunt. You want me to say your nickname, girl, from childhood? Hey, girl, how you doing? I ain't seen you on here in decades. I ain't even gonna say ages. I'm gonna say decades. I ain't seen you here in decades, girl. Yeah, but yeah, I'm out here walking as I started yesterday, so I gotta keep at it. Yeah, yeah, thank you. But yeah, so I was like, I gotta get out here, girl, get some this mental weight, this emotional weight, this physical weight. Yeah, gotta get it all. And I ain't too big, but I can't stand to lose. It feels good seeing you too. I'm so glad you popped on. And Happy New Year to you too. And tell the family I said, hey, yeah, I'm gonna try to come down that way in February. There's a one of Robin's having a book expo. They having a Middle Georgia Lit Fest. I'm hoping I can come down for that, you know. But I don't know. We'll see what the Lord say. Yes. Happy New Year. We'll see what the Lord say though. But hoping I can go down there for that though. But yeah, so just out here walking, girl. Get my walk on. Yes, yes, yes. But yeah, we all got the and it's not a New Year's resolution. I mean, let everybody know that it's not a New Year's resolution or nothing like that. I mean, yes, it started. Well, I ain't gonna say the walking, yeah, actually simultaneously, but the walking was not planned. But the journals that I'm working through right now, yes. Um, I say one was pre-planned, kind of sort of, because it's a 365. The book by Rachel Branch, the financial planner. That's a 365. So I knew I was gonna start that on January 1st. But then I hadn't really specific. I knew I was gonna start the 31 day sit with you for a minute, sis, by Angel Charmaine. I knew I was gonna start it soon. I bought it back in, I think, September, October, yeah. But I didn't know when I was gonna do it. I just knew I wanted to go ahead and buy it, and then I was gonna start it later. She's like, when you get ready to start it, it's gonna be intense. So I said, okay, I'm gonna hold it till I'm ready. And then so, like I said, and in the Legacy Blueprint, I bought that few years ago. A couple years ago, I at a Grace for This event. And Kamashay Pruitt was one of the speakers and vendors at the event. And so I bought that then, but I never used it before. It's a 15-day journal. It had journal prompts in it for 15 days. So, and so I was like, you know what, Deborah, you got to get things in order, you know. And so I'm listening. I know it's not just me speaking. I know, God's nudging me. Look, Deborah, it's like I coach my mama and tell her, look, mama, you know, this ain't where you supposed to be right now. Stop focusing on the past. And that's somewhat hard to do when you're right about your life. I would say I don't dwell on it. I don't dwell on my past, but when you write about it and you promote your books, you kind of got to talk about it a little bit. We need to. Okay, I will. Hit me up if I don't do it right after this live. I'll definitely get in touch with you. Yeah, I'll send you my number. But I'll definitely do that. I would definitely do that. But so like I said, yeah, you can't dwell on your past and everything. Little doggies. But and so yeah, you can't dwell on your past. You can reflect on it and process whatever it is. But that's what I write about my life, whether it's in poetry or memoir or whatever. That's what I write about. And then I try to change. Yeah, I can't say I try to change it. There's nothing to change. That's who God. That's what God told me to write about. From the day I started publishing book, when I wrote my first poetry book and published it. Ever since, I write about my life, my feelings, my emotions. So that's what I'm gonna keep writing about until you tell me otherwise. And yeah, so, but yeah, we're gonna have over 30 minutes. And like I said, she ain't got here yet. Cause it's 27 minutes and she ain't called. But but yeah, so I'm just, like I said, just being intentional and just focusing on me. Yeah, this weather's crazy because there shouldn't be no gnats out here outside in this weather. The gnats and the bees is confused. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. The gnats and the bees are confused because this weather is crazy. And this weather don't make no sense, rather. This weather don't make no sense at all. No, it does not. Yeah, I don't know what that is. Like I said, this weather don't make no sense. But, right, Stephanie. Yeah, you see me keep swatting and stuff, and I'm out here in the cool. It's looking a little cloudy up there, which I kind of felt some migraine symptoms coming too a little bit. But, I always ignore them. Oh, you're at the doctor's office. Okay, all right. I'll talk to you soon. Hope everything's okay. We'll talk. We'll talk. But, and so, but yeah, so, like I said, I'm just, walking and talking. And I, continue with my writing. And, even pushed myself a little for 2025. I pushed myself a little bit with writing for other spaces. A lot of you already know I had already been submitting to, for the past 3 years, I think, Angel Charmaine Speak Up Sis magazine. And then 2024, I applied and I was chosen as one of the regular columnists for that year. So I wrote, 4 articles, 4 articles for the year, and did that. And so, and that stretched me too because I couldn't just write out my, personal. I won't say baggage. I couldn't write it like I write my books, because it's for a wider audience, of course, and everybody's not going through some. I mean, yes, they are, and yes, no, they're not. But you get what I'm saying. I couldn't write about, the toxic relationship like I write it in my book or something like that. Oh, girl, I got them here in person. They on Amazon, AZ, yeah, Amazon KDP. And yeah, Amazon, my website, hairbandstalks.com. And for the local people, y'all can DM me. So yeah, my books are all over. I have the 3 poetry books. I have Whirlwind Full of Emotions. That's the first one I wrote back in 2019. I published that one, I think. And then 2019 or 2020. And then Burst of Emotions. I took my time with that one for like 2 years, 3 years, and published that one in 2023 because after I moved back home. And then I wrote, I also um, published the memoir in Rose Wrapped in Thorns. I published that one in December of 2023. Yeah, December 2023. And then now I have the newest publication, the new poetry book, Still I Bloom. That's out now. And they're all, like I said, they're all available on Amazon, or autographed copies are available. You know, just DM me on my website or send me a DM here somewhere, and I can get you that ordered. And just go to my PayPal. However, but yeah, just DM me or whichever. If anybody want to go to my website. They're all over. And Burst of Emotions. If anybody watches this in the Arkansas area, Little Rock, you can, go to the Rainique Publishing Bookstore and more in the Gavy Mall. I can't remember the street name, but it's in the Gavy Mall. So people who are live in Little Rock, y'all know exactly where that is. But Dr. Latoya Dr. Mack on here, author Latoya Jeter, my book is in her. That one is in her bookstore. So lots of places to get my work. Lots of places. And Rose Wrapped in Thorns is also on the Speak Up Sis bookshelf. So yeah, all over. So wherever you want to go, wherever you look for your books at, they're out there. They are out there. Thank you for asking. Yep, they are out there. So yeah, y'all, we done made it back around. Let me show y'all a view. See, that's where I started at, right there. Right where it's in front of me, that's where I started at. So yeah, we done made it back around. And now we just gotta go back in the neighborhood. And that's our little splash pad. But I was bringing the grandkids too back in the summertime. Yeah. And then you got all the like I said, some more of the soccer field and a batting cage and all kind of stuff back there. But yeah, so yep. So yeah. Well yeah, so just trying to, like I said, take better care of me. And I was gonna walk around, but I'm gonna step over this little fence. Thank you, Stephanie. Thank you. I appreciate you. Here we go. Ooh, here we go. I did it, y'all. Had to let y'all see. Yeah, I still got it. I still got it. Still got it. Okay, there we go. So now I'm heading back into the neighborhood. Yeah. But I can definitely tell that I still gotta go back to that chiropractor. I'm not finished with that yet. Because they were on a 2-week break for the holidays. But it's okay. I didn't go overboard doing nothing. But I can feel it in my right hip, though. I'll be honest with that, though. I feel a little twing. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, girl. You are God. What am I hiding? Let me hit the button. There we go. There we go, y'all. Y'all see my girl Stephanie put it in there for me on YouTube, and I'll share it so all y'all can see it. But yeah, just go there. All my information about the expo. All that. I know I need to update some of the information and stuff, but everything is there. You can even contact me directly off the website. Sign up for the emails. Yeah, sign up for the email list on the website so you can get the newsletter. Yeah, for the new year. I want to start back sending that out at least once a month. Well, 'cause every week is a lot. Every 2 weeks is kind of a lot. But I can send it out once a month. And when I was doing a lot of my author podcasts with the guest authors on there, I was trying to send it out every week at first at one point. because I had a show last year. I had a show like for at least a few months. I had a show like every week. But I want to try at least. I'm going to send the email list out at least once a month. So yeah, make sure y'all sign up for the email list. Just go to the website. Stephanie has it listed right there, hairbestthoughts.com, and you can sign up. So yeah, now I'm back in the neighborhood. See, I tell y'all I'm literally right down the road from the park. Right down the road. Now I'm gonna get my behind back up here to this house. Yes, 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 yes. And my mama should have her greens cut up now and washed. At least cut up though. And I told her I was gonna take my walk right quick. And so I might be in there helping her once I get back up to the house. But it's all good. And y'all, I'm wearing my Speak Up Sis hoodie. Y'all want one, go to speakupsis.com or hit up Angel Charmaine here on Facebook. Angel Wright. Angel C. Wright, I think it's on her page. But yeah, see what she got for you. Definitely keeping me warm because it is a little chilly. You too have a blessed day, Michelle. Thank you so much for coming on. Have a blessed day. There we go. There we go. But yeah, I have to look around, make sure ain't nobody dogs and snuck out. Cause I know I'm a dog mom, but I gotta watch everybody else's dogs though. Yeah. Hello. Hi. Okay, now she done looked twice, but she ain't saying nothing. So yeah, anyway. Anyway. Ooh, I can really feel that in my right hip. Ooh, she might be a nurse or something, like she had on some scrubs or something. Whoever lives there, I don't know that who lives there. But yeah, I can feel it. Uh, I'll be having to ice it when I get back. Once I get a chance to sit down. Yeah, I'm gonna take the cut. They're planning to cut through on this street versus going all the way up the other street. But yeah, I can really feel it. And I'm gonna let them know too when I go back. Actually, I go back Tuesday. I'm gonna let them know that I can still feel it. Hey, hey. All right. I see the little boy spoke with the little girl didn't speak. Child, you children's. You children's. Get a good stretch. Right, you right. If I'm gonna do this, I gotta do it right. If I'm gonna do it, I gotta do it right. Not just be thinking I'm still 25, but I can just get up and go. Nah, ain't working that way. It ain't working that way, hunty. No, ma'am. Yeah, ooh, it's not working that way. Mm-mm. All right, now I ain't got time for nothing to be blowing in my eye. But yeah, and I thank you so much for hanging on here with me too. Still, I'm almost to the house, girl. I am almost to the house. Almost to the house. And I hope everyone enjoyed my walking and talking. Y'all stay tuned for more walking and talking. I used to do this actually when I first started trying to go live and stuff a lot. I would walk around with Comfort on his leash actually, because at that time he wasn't quite. He was big, but I could have had a little better handle on him though. But I would walk around a little bit with him. So, but I just fell off a little bit for sure. Right, we gotta stretch and go slow. Right, stretch and go slow. That's right. That is right. We gotta stretch and go slow. You know that fence, that yard right there. I ain't turning the camera around. That yard right there. They got some big Rottweilers. Yeah, that guy, he got some big Rottweilers. He just recently put that the black covering on there. Like I want to say last year, then before last. So now you can't see the dog. The dog can't see you. But and then he has like a big um outside kennel where he keeps the dog in. Even that, certain dogs, they gonna get you, they gonna get you. So he keep him extra secure. I think he had two at one point, and then one had some babies too. Ugh. Yeah, I think that was when I first moved back here. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely have to try to remember to a little bit of stretching next time. Yep, and my phone, I'm on 18%, so it did last too. So that's all perfect. And like I said, I don't even think my daughter back here yet either. Mommy, I'm at 20 minutes. And here it is. Yeah, y'all got a 40-some minute walk out of me. Yes. Yes, y'all did. Y'all got a 40-some minute walk out of Deborah. I got a 40-minute walk out of Deborah. Because it's not about, the walking is not about you guys. It's about me and what I need to do for my health. So, yeah. But I thank y'all so much for rocking with me, the encouragement. And if you catch this in the replay, I appreciate you, all of your support. As I walk and talk, and as I grow on this healing journey. Because the healing journey doesn't end. Life is a journey. You might be healing from different things at different times, but everybody's gonna be healing from something. And thank you so much, Stephanie. I appreciate you, sis. I really do appreciate you. And I'm gonna go ahead and head on into this house. And I will see y'all later. All right. Bye. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, and share.